Okay, we've been able to delete unwanted content. We've been able to change the editing dictionary so that we can check the spelling of Charles Dickens by the United Kingdom English Proofing Dictionary. And right now what we're going to do, we're going to come in and insert bookmarks at the beginning of each of these staves. Charles Dickens used the word stave instead of chapter in this book, so whatever that means, we're just going to accept it and move on. But in order to insert a bookmark, all we need to do is just select a location. We don't actually have to select a word. We can just find the spot in front of the word, place the insertion point there, come up to Insert and Links and Bookmark, and we're just going to call this Stave 1 and add it. Now, we want to find Stave 2, but it's several pages down in this book. My book right now is showing 65 pages long, so I'm definitely not going to just scroll and look for it. I want to find it, so I'm going to use Control F to open the Find Navigation pane, and I'm going to type in Stave and click on Results here, and you can see that right away it's found the 5 mentions of the word stave in the original contents up here. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then here's the one that we just marked, which was Stave 1. And now I'm going to drop all the way down and find Stave 2. And Stave 2, when we took out all of our blank spaces and paragraphs, Stave 2 wound up stuck up on a line at the end of a sentence, so I'm just going to press Enter right in front of it. And then I'm going to insert my bookmark for Stave 2. Make sure when you name these that you don't put spaces in the names. If you do put a space, then you lose the ability to add. You won't be able to put one in that has a space in it. So just click Add, and then I'm going to come back up to Stave again, search for Stave 3. We have the same thing here. I'll drive it down to its own line. I'm going to insert a bookmark at that location. Call it Stave 3. Come back up and look again. Stave 4 is here. And enter it to its own line. Looks like I need to put a space after the colon also. Probably did on those others. Links, bookmark. We're going to call it Stave 4. Whoops. Add. Stave again. Find the last one. There's only 5 staves in the book. Just space in there. Right at the beginning. Press Home. We're going to insert bookmark Stave 5. Click Add. Now I'm going to jump to the top of the document with Control Home. And here I'm going to find Stave 1. It's on this first page. And I'm going to force this to appear on a new page. And there's a couple of ways to do this. I could click on Layout and insert a page break here. So if I click this, watch what happens. It forces the text down to its own blank page. If I Control Z to undo that, there's another way to do it. I could come up to Insert and tell it to insert a blank page, or page break, I'm sorry. Insert a page break at that location, and it jumps down. Control Z to undo that. The third way is the easiest way, and that's just to click at the beginning of the stave and just put in a hard page break, sort of like a hard line break, using the Enter key, but in this case, a hard page break, we hold down the Control key and press Enter. And that forces that line where the insertion point is to jump down to its own line. I'm going to close the navigation pane now because we're just going to go to the bookmarks. So we're going to go to Home, and I could click on Find and then come down to Go To, but notice the key tip says that Go To is Control G. So that's the easiest way. Remember, Control F is for Find. And Control H is for find and replace. And there's the Go To tab. I could go there, close that, or I could just press Control G, and that takes me to the Go To tab here on the Find and Replace. I can select Bookmark now and tell it to go to Stave 2, Go To, takes me right to it. Close that. I'm going to put that space in after the colon, and I'm going to click right in front of where this word is and put in a hard page break. Control Enter. Now it's on its own page. We have a blank page that was left in the document because of this, but we're going to take care of that later. So we're going to, once again, Control G. We want to find Stave 3. Go To, close, Stave 3. I'm going to put that blank space in there. Go to the home beginning of that line with the home key. Control Enter to force it to a page. And then I'm going to do a Control S to save that. Control G. I want to go to Stave, what is it now, 4? Go To, close. Stave 4 is right here. Control Enter. Control S to save. Control G to go to Stave 5. Go To, close. There is Stave 5. Control Enter. Insert a page break. Control S to save. And now all of the chapters, or these staves, are beginning at the top of a page, same way that we would see in any kind of a book. All chapters begin on their own new page.